Konnichiwa, hello, my name is Miki and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test. I am going to be trying out the No7 Protect and Perfect Advanced All-in-One Foundation. I am really excited to try this out because it has SPF 50 in it, and y'all know how I feel about sunscreen and protecting your skin. I absolutely love No7 products and I love their skincare, but one of my most favorite things from No7 is their pressed powder. It is just, it's so bomb. So if you guys are new here or enjoy my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos. And my disclaimer, if you are super sensitive to profanity or if you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. I'm a no filter bitch and I have no idea what's gonna come out of this mouth, so keep that in mind while you're watching. Now, if you guys are interested in how the No7 all-in-one foundation looks and wears, then just stay tuned. Now, as you can see, there is nothing on my face except moisturizer and primer and all that good stuff. I exfoliated, did all that stuff so I can put on this foundation. My face is mad, it's angry, it's irate, it's infuriated, it's mad, okay? It's very just irritated. I don't know what the hell is going on. The only thing I can really chalk this up to is the stress that I've been feeling for like the last 1 or 2 weeks. Not really anything in particular, just not getting a handle on life, basically. Let's get into the No7 all-in-one foundation. Now, again, I really was excited when I saw this because it has freaking SPF 50, and you guys know how I am with sunscreen. You need to be wearing that sunscreen 24/7 if you leave the house. Now, this says hydrating and age-defying. It's medium coverage. We'll see about that. And it is suitable for sensitive skin. I got this in the shade Porcelain, and this is one of those, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's basically just a tube. I have some information pulled up on the No7 website, and I just want to say the shade range, you guys, is terrible. This retails for $15.99. Now, I'm just going to read what they have on their website here. It says that this multitasking all-in-one foundation instantly perfects the appearance of skin, concealing blemishes and blurring the appearance of lines, wrinkles, and pores while providing 24-hour hydration. Enriched with age-defying skincare ingredients from our Protect and Perfect Advanced Serum, over time helps skin look younger and healthier. So basically, there is skincare included in this, so the more you wear it, the more it's going to do stuff for your skin. Now, while wearing the product, it says that 92% saw smoother looking skin, 82% saw healthier looking skin, 90% saw blemishes instantly concealed. Well, your girl has a lot going on her face today, so we're definitely going to test out if this can actually instantly conceal blemishes. There is 30 milliliters in here, which is 1 fluid ounce. That's typical for most foundations. This has a rating of 4.7 stars from 23 reviews, so I feel like that's a decent ratio, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a good little shake. Yo, I have nothing ready today. I'm just such a fucking hot mess this week. I am feeling it. When I say I'm feeling it, it's because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, like, at all. I've been probably getting like maybe 3 hours of sleep a night if I'm lucky. If not, then I just stay up the rest of the day because there's no point in going to sleep when it's like 10, 11 o'clock. Anyways, I got my little palette here, so we're just gonna go ahead and put a couple of drops of this foundation on there. This consistency is a little thick. It's still running, but it's very slow, so that should give you an idea of how thick the consistency is. On this side, I'm gonna be going in with my black Juno & Co sponge, and then on the other side, I will be going in with my flat top kabuki brush, which we always use in these videos. I'm just gonna tap once into the palette here, and we are just going to go to town. I don't want to say it smells straight up like sunscreen because it doesn't. It actually smells more like skincare than anything, which I enjoy. I love when foundations smell like skincare. I rather than smell like skincare than fragrance or like anything else. Here is the first layer, and I feel like I'm not getting even close to medium coverage right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add another layer. I haven't even gotten up to my forehead yet. I don't feel like this is gonna be a sponge friendly applicating foundation. You should probably use a brush with this because I'm just not getting enough coverage that I am looking for. Now, I really, really like how dewy my skin looks. Like, look how glowy and healthy it looks. I really like that about this foundation, but I just do not like the coverage that the sponge is giving me. I'm not even going to do my forehead with the sponge because I feel like I'm just wasting product. So I'm just going to go ahead with the flat top kabuki brush and just start on this side here. And this is where I have most of my like yuckiness going on. Oh, wow. Okay. So the brush definitely gives a lot more product to the face. So I have the first dab into the foundation here, and this is what it looks like. I am not getting anywhere near medium coverage. I have really high expectations for medium coverage foundations because most of them give me more than this. Like, this is terrible. I'm just gonna take whatever's left on the palette and kind of start on my forehead here. My forehead has been a dry fucking nightmare, especially right in the middle here, because I've been using prescribed retinol. So this is what I had on the palette. It's all gone. And I can't really say that this is medium coverage or anywhere even close to medium coverage because I have a lot of crap peeking through. Although I will say it did cover a lot of my redness. My face was super duper red before I applied this foundation. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm still going to add a little bit more here because I'm just not feeling the coverage of this. And I'm gonna go in with my Blendiful because again, I've just been loving this and this gives me more coverage. It gives me a flawless finish as well. So I have a little bit on the Blendiful here and I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this on the rest of my face. This gives me the most coverage the foundation can achieve. So if a foundation says full coverage, this is gonna give me full coverage. This has definitely given me a lot more coverage and I love it. Like, I just love the way the Blendiful is making this foundation look on my skin. And I gotta say, you guys, this foundation is really fucking dewy. Like, I can't with how dewy this is. It is very, very skin-like, very luminous. Don't get me wrong, I love this, but it's just, holy shit, I am just gleaming today. There's no area that's really clinging to any dryness that I can see as of right now. There is a little bit of dry stickiness here, as you can see, like on this little spot here. It's still healing, and probably some dryness around these guys. That's the only thing I notice with my dryness is always around said pimple. For the most part, though, this foundation looks so dewy, so good. Like, I feel like this is gonna be a good foundation for the summertime, especially because there's SPF 50 in here. But I also feel like the shade match is pretty spot on, except that my skin is a little bit more yellow tinted now as opposed to neutral, and I feel like this is more of a neutral shade. So I'm gonna do my little thing here with my phone camera and show you guys like what's going on the face close up so you guys can see like the dryness, if there's any cracking or lines and all that good stuff. So I did not know this. I actually just now found out that on this on the phone you can change your videos from HD to 4K. Don't know why I just now found that out, but yeah, we're on 4K right now. So hopefully this, you know, focuses and shows you all the stuff that's going on my face. I have this guy right here, which is pretty freaking dry, but the foundation isn't clinging to the dry patches as much as other foundations might. I did not do any kind of pore fillers today, so you can really see my pores, but I feel like it's not as bad as it could be with other foundations. Like, my pores look fucking huge. You guys have seen. I usually have like super duper potholes on the face. But so far, like even right here, this is actually one of my driest spots because this took forever to kind of get down with the retinol. And it's not clinging that much, so I'm okay with that. And like over here, I'm still healing a lot. A lot of my dark spots have kind of slowly diminished because I've been using the retinol. Now, the forehead is always my problem area, but it doesn't seem to be clinging too much to my dryness. It's still dry right here in the center, but I don't see a lot of clinginess. I don't see any creasing yet because I do have those frown lines that normally the foundation creases into pretty fast. And I don't know, I feel like this is looking pretty good, but I can't say that this is medium coverage because even a little tiny guy like this isn't really covered. The redness is still peeking through. Around the nose area, it's not as porous as it could be with like other foundations. So far, I really like this just because it looks a lot like skin. and I am here for that. I also like the fact that it did cover most of my redness on my face. Again, little guys like this, I may need like a color corrector. I've been looking for one, so if you guys know of a great green color corrector, please let me know, because your girl is red as hell these days, and I just need something that's going to counteract that. So I'm pretty sure I just heard Lilu hit the bells, which means that she needs to go outside. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to call the check-in time because the foundation's already on my face. It's been sitting here for about 5 minutes now. The time now is 12:56, so I'm just going to call the check-in time 1 o'clock. It's easier for me to remember. I am going to take the doggies out, and I'm going to do the rest of my face, and then I will be all right back. So I got the rest of my face done, and I really am loving this foundation so far. I think it's set so beautifully. After I took the dogs out, I came inside, washed my hands, and as I was looking at the mirror, I realized that the foundation got a little less dewy and started setting on my face, and it was just perfect. It was absolutely beautiful. Now, when I was putting on my concealer and all the rest of the products, it blended beautifully with the foundation. I used the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer under my eyes, and it just blended so nicely with the foundation. I'm really liking this foundation a lot so far. There is a little bit of creasing here on my chin already, but you guys know that's like a regular thing with any foundation or concealer. It doesn't matter. And there is a little bit of separating kind of going on like around my mouth here in this area, but this whole area here of my mouth is just on another level today. Like I said, I've been dry and my face is like gnarly, so it's just really upset no matter what I do with it. I did set my face, but I didn't set the middle of my forehead, so you can actually kind of see how much more dewy it is compared to everything else on my face. The time is now 1:50. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to do my makeup, but I was also doing some other things. So I am now going to go about my day. I have some errands to run. I have to go out in all this coronavirus shit, so send me good vibes that I don't be getting sick. It's scary out there, so you guys be careful. Remember to wash your fucking hands. I don't even know why people are saying that, because anytime you come home from being out all day or anywhere, you should always wash your hands. So the fact that people have to even keep making memes and shit about that is just beyond me. It's ridiculous. So I am gonna go and do my errands, and I will see you guys in a couple hours for my first check-in. So it is now 5:50, so I've been wearing this a little over 4 hours, I'm sorry. And I really like this foundation. It is just, it looks so nice. Like, I feel like my skin still looks really good. Now, I don't have any separation on my forehead, and look at that. I don't have a crease where my wrinkle normally is, which is pretty amazing. I don't think there's been any foundations that I've worn that doesn't give me like that in between the brow crease. So I'm really happy about that. Also here on the sides, it's doing a little bit of separating. I have Lilu hair on my face. Down here, this part is always separating, so that doesn't really alarm me or make me not like this foundation. But here, again, there's a lot of texture, but that's just my skin, so I'm not gonna hold that against the foundation. Next to my nose, it doesn't look like super cakey. I wanna wear this a little longer, maybe for like 2 or 3 more hours, because now that it's almost 6 o'clock, I've been wearing it for almost 5 hours, and I feel like this can go a little bit longer. This is the first foundation where I came home and didn't feel like I super needed to take my makeup off right away, because I am home now, and normally when I get home, as soon as I get home, I just want to take my makeup off because it's, you know, cracking or separating or dry or just falling apart. And with this one, I feel like it just still looks so beautiful. It looks like skin, and I really like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things around the house, and probably gonna be sweating a little bit because I gotta vacuum and stuff, but I will see you guys in a couple of hours for my final check-in. All right, you guys, so it is now 8:59, so 9 o'clock. I have been wearing this for basically exactly 8 hours. I definitely love this foundation. This foundation is something that I'm going to be using over and over again all throughout spring, all throughout summer probably, because it is just so beautiful. Now, this is 8 hours of wear. I do look a little oily. Like, this is a little bit more oily than I would like to be, but for some people, this may get away with looking dewy or luminous. This whole bottom area on my chin it is completely separated, but I was doing a little bit of rubbing here as well. But this area always separates by this time, and it just always looks a hot mess. This area here on my smile lines are also kind of breaking down, but it's still not as separated as most foundations would be by the 8-hour mark. I am just now starting to crease with this frown line here. In my check-in, there was still no crease or no creasing in my frown line, which to me is really amazing because I don't think I've had any foundation so far not crease on my little wrinkle or my little line there. Most of the foundation has stayed intact. This part probably rubbed off because I was wearing a jacket that had the collar a little bit too high. I've said so many times that whenever I leave the house, I normally don't leave for any more than 6 hours. Like there's literally not a time where I'm out all hours of the night or day. Normally by the time I come home, I take off my foundation, and I've just never really worn anything for a long period of time because I don't need to. And if you're one of those people like me who break out all the time, then you don't want to have makeup on your face as much as possible. You want to let your skin breathe. If I'm not doing a foundation test or a foundation review, I just automatically take this off. And so for me to have this on for 8 hours is pretty fucking amazing because, again, normally I don't wear anything this long. But this just looks really, really good to me for 8 hours. So would I recommend this foundation? Absolutely, I would. I love the fact, love the fact that not only is it hydrating and age defying, because you gotta take care of your skin, get the anti-aging on, but this has SPF 50. Like, that to me is so amazing. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is the shade range. It's kind of bullshit that there is only, I think there's only 16 shades. I'm not sure. It's still not enough, and that's only one bad thing that I can really say about this, is that the shades are just not there, girl. So number 7, you're gonna have to be working on expanding that shade range. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that big red button that says subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you actually know when I post my videos. And as always, if you have any tips, tricks, questions, comments, or if you simply want to talk shit, leave it on in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.